Shalom, brothers and sisters. I apologize for technical difficulties. There's always something else with this technology. Hope everyone is having a peaceful and restful Sabbath so far. Welcome to Sure Seed of Israel Sabbath class. I want to go through a few things today out of the Bible. Today is title of the class is An Adulterous Wife. An adulterous wife, and we get more into that. Well, let's go to Ecclesiasticus and Apocrypha, also known as Sirach, chapter 10, verse 19. Shalom to all brothers and sisters scattered to the four corners of the earth. Shalom. (10 and 19). They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him are honorable plants. They that regard not the law are a dishonorable seed. They that transgress the commandments are a deceivable seed. So we work day in and day out to be that sure seed. No matter what situation comes, we able to flourish in it because we're that sure seed. We're gonna do what's right regardless of what's going on around us. Okay, brothers and sisters. Brother Marco couldn't be with us today. He's ill today. If you can, lift up your prayers for the brother. Okay. All right. Let's get into the class today. The Most High, he's a great architect. He is above. His attention to detail can't be compared at all. The Most High. He works in similitudes, like let's say marriage. Marriage represents the relationship that the Most High had with Israel, and we're gonna go through that today. That is why we have the covenant. We go into a covenant marriage. That means there's rules that is regulating that covenant, keeping that a man and woman together, a covenant. That's why when someone go outside their marriage, say you broke your vows or you broke your swearing to the covenant, and that's so a covenant is very, very important to the Most High. Very, very important. He made a covenant with our forefathers, and that will last throughout our generations. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah 54 and 5. Isaiah 54 and 5. And I read, so it says, for thy maker is thine husband. Thy maker is thine husband. So it says right here, thy maker is thy husband. Who made us? The Most High. Who created us? The Most High. So our maker is our husband. So it's identify who the husband of Israel is our maker, our God. The Lord of hosts is his name. So his name is the Lord of hosts. And thy Redeemer, Holy One of Israel, the Holy One of Israel, the Most High, Yahweh. The God of the whole earth shall he be called. Shall he be called. As it says, our maker is our husband. And everyone who is married knows that a wife has her duties in that marriage, and the husband has their duties in that marriage. And they come together in order to agree. Come together in order to agree to live and coexist, respecting each other. Okay? Right? So our husband is the Most High. Now let's get a little backstory. Let's go to Ezekiel 16. Ezekiel 16. Let's see what the Most High think of his wife Israel. Okay, is that 16? Matter of fact, let's go up to Okay, let's go to verse 6. And it says, actually, let's go up to verse 3. Okay, it says, and thus the Lord God unto Jerusalem, thy birth and thy nativity is of a land of Canaan. Thy father was an Amorite, and thy mother an Hittite. So it's talking about Abraham, and it's talking about Sarah. And as for thy nativity, in the day of thy was born. Okay. And as for thy nativity, in the day of thy was born, thy neighbor was not cut, neither was thou washed in water to supple thee. Thou was not sought at all, nor swallowed at all. None I pitied thee to do any of these things unto thee, to have compassion on thee. But thou was cast out into an open field to the loathing of thy person in the day that thou was born. And when I passed by thee and saw thee polluted in thy own blood, I say unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. Yea, I said unto thee, when thou wast in thy blood, live. I have caused thee to multiply as the bud of the field, and thou hast increased and waxen great, and thou art come to excellent ornaments. Thy breasts are fashioned, and thy hair is grown, whereas thou wast naked and bare. Without the protection of the Most High, we're naked and bare. Without these laws, statutes, commandments, we're naked and bare. Now, when I passed by thee and looked upon thee, behold, my time was the time of love. So the Most High say we came upon us. It was his time of love. He fell in love. Okay. And I spread my skirt over thee and covered thy nakedness. So the Most High, he had mercy upon us. Even though we was our nakedness, though we was in our sin, the Most High still approached us and covered our nakedness. Yea, I swear unto thee and enter into a covenant with thee, saying the Lord God, and thou becamest mine. So the Most High say he chose us. He chose us, and we became his own, above all people, as said in Deuteronomy. Okay, so he established a covenant with us. Okay, we're going to read on. It says, then I washed thee with water. Yea, I thoroughly washed away the blood from thee, and I anointed thee with oil. Most I say, I washed away all your sins, all that dirt that was built up on you. I washed that away, and then I covered you, and I anointed you with oil. See, I anointed you with oil. I anointed you for a special purpose. Okay, because you're mine. I wanted your scent on me. I wanted my scent on you. So when they see you, they recognize me. Okay. Then watch I, okay, I clothed 10. I clothed thee with broader works. It said, I bought you the best clothes. I made you the best clothes. You wore nothing but the finest embroidered clothes. To embroider clothes, that's something that's very expensive. But the Most High said, I clothed you in embroidered clothes. And shod thee with badger skins, and I girded thee about with fine linen, and covered thee with silk. When you love someone, you want to spoil them. You want to give them the best things. You want the best for them. So that's how the Most High looked at Israel. He wanted the best for us. He wanted everything set out for us because he loved us. Okay? He wanted us to look good. He gave us the laws to live good. He told us how to speak to one another, how to deal with one another. He placed us above all other nations. He set us apart because he wanted the best for us, because he loved us. I decked thee also with ornaments, and I put bracelets upon thy hands, and a chain on thy neck. I put a jewel on thy forehead, and earrings in thy ears, and beautiful crown upon thy head. Thus was thy decked with gold and silver, and thy raiment was fine linen and silk and broidered work. Thou did eat fine flour and honey and oil, and thou wast exceedingly beautiful, and thou didst prosper into a kingdom. Into a kingdom. So the Most High gave Israel everything they needed. And thy renown went forth among the heathen for thy beauty. So the word kept getting out about Israel. How the Most High made Israel to a beautiful nation, beautiful people. Because he loved us. He showed his love to us. They're just like a man with his wife. If he loved his wife with all his heart, he'll give her, he'll try everything he can just to spoil her because he want to see a smile on her face. He gives because he loves her. He want her to be in the finest clothes. He want her to look good because that's his wife. He want her to wear jewelry because that's his wife. He want his wife to shine. And that's how the Most High is with us. He wanted us to shine. Okay. For it was perfect through my comeliness. For it was perfect through my comeliness. So he said our beauty was perfect through his comeliness, which I had put upon thee, said the Lord God. So the Most High, he put this beautifulness all on our people. Look in the mirror and say, wow, yeah, I'm beautiful. It's because the Most High put that beautifulness on us. And will make us even look even better if we're being obedient, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? The Most High put us in the position of being above all other people because he loved us. Okay? So we see a husband just bestowing just nothing but love upon his wife. Okay? Let's go to 15. But thou didst trust in thine own beauty. Okay, I'll read again. So, but thou didst trust in thine own beauty. So we got to a point that we were so beautiful, everything that we touched prospered, that we was above other people. We got puffed up with pride. Puffed up with pride. That's why we got to be extra careful, especially with those who are new in the truth or those who have been in the truth. You know, you find out you Israel, you may get with a group or camp or whatever, and then you having a good time. Next thing you know, you looking at it, you forget all about the Most High, the commandments, and you be all about status, all about, oh, I'm Israel, but what about the commandments? Oh, I'm above all other people, but what about the commandments? Oh, I'm with this crew, I'm with this group, but what about the commandments? Are you doing the commandments? And this is what happened to Israel. Israel see that they was in a place above all other people. And the point they trusted too much in their beauty, they thought that they pretty much did it on their own. Israel felt like they were all that. And trusted in their beauty. And praised the harlot because of thy renown. When something is perfect, beautiful, or something that's real good, or something that's very interesting, or something shining a lot, getting a lot of attention, people want to come. It's like if somebody got a football contract or whatever, people are going to try to be their friend because they got the contract. They're shining right now. They want to be in that limelight. They want to eat off that person, or they want to share in that experience, in that limelight that person has. And I say they were Israel. Israel was shining, and others drawn on to us in order to share in the same limelight that we were in. To the point where we puffed ourselves up like it was all that. And then the strangers took advantage of that. Okay. But thou didst trust in thy own beauty, and playest the harlot because of thy renown, and pourest out thy fornications on everyone that passed by. His it was. So every single belief that came through, or every single so-called false god that came through, Israel dipped and dabbled in it. They dipped and dabbled in it. They're just like in this world, they got Halloween coming up. There's Israelites that's not in the truth, and maybe even some who's in the truth. They're going and participating with that for Halloween. But what do they say? It's all for fun. It's all the fun. Christmas come up, you know, there's some that go out there and participate in Christmas, even though it's not what we're supposed to do. But then they say, oh no, it don't mean that. But that's how it started out. That's how Israel got to a point ahead of themselves. They started partaking with the other nations. They other nations start introducing their beliefs unto them, and Israel partake it into the and within partake with them in that sin. Even though the Most High said, "Hey, I'm married to you. You're my wife. Don't go out there and do that. Don't do that. I'm your God. Don't follow behind other gods. I'm your God. I'm your husband. Stay with me. I love you. I'll protect you. Don't go there. They're false. Don't betray me." And plays the harlot because of thy renown. It's because of who we are that we played the harlot, because we're above all nations. We above all nations. Hey, y'all come to us. It's just like somebody who's popular. Everybody want to be around them. It's the same thing. And sometimes people tell you this, whispering to somebody, "Hey, you all that, you this, you do that." Their heads get puffed up, and they get to the point where they believe in their own invincibility, or believe that their stuff don't stink. Okay. And of thy garments thou didst take and deckest thy high places with divers colors, and placed the harlots thereupon. Like the thing shall not come, neither shall it be so. Thou hast also taken thy fair jewels of my gold and of my silver, which I had given thee, and madest to thyself images of men, and didst commit whoredom and with them. So the Most High said, you took the things that was meant, that was mine, that I shared with you. You took it and you gave it to others. You shared it with others, when it's only supposed to be between me and you. That's like today, you know, with Israel. No, everybody wants to get in with Israel. Everybody want to be a part of Israel. Everybody want to be an Israelite because of that renown. They read the Bible and they see Israel above all nations. They want to be a part of that. And that's why we can't give what is holy unto the dogs. We gotta pick it up. Okay. And tookest thy broader garments and covers them, and thou hast set mine oil and my incense before them. So everything that was the Lord, Israel gave to them. Used them in order to worship man. Worship man. That man became their gods and the images. Says, and has also taken thy fair jewels of my gold and my silver. I read that. Let's go to 19. My meat also, which I gave thee, fine flour and oil and honey, wherewith I fed thee, thou hast even set it before them for a sweet savor. And thus it was, said the Lord God. So everything that we're supposed to be given to the Most High, we giving it to other things. Like time. You know, we give a lot of time to other things, but we can't set our time in order to study, give that time to the Most High. You know, it's about a sacrifice. Marriage is a sacrifice. I know maybe we may want to go out there and it's Sabbath and our family's having a barbecue. You might want to go out there, but we got to realize, no, I can't give that time to you on Sabbath. That time belongs to my husband, belongs to the Most High. But if someone go out there on Sabbath and then participate cooking, grilling, or whatever, they participate, then that means they're giving that time to that thing or to that event or to those people instead of the Most High. And that belongs to the Most High. Our attention belongs to the Most High. Our time belongs to the Most High. So that's a breakdown on that. Okay. Moreover, thou hast taken thy sons and thy daughters, whom thou hast borne unto me, and these have thou sacrificed unto them to be devoured. Is this of thy whoredoms a small matter? So even our children, we even did bad by our children. Israel even did bad by their children. Also, like at least give the next generation a chance, but that generation corrupted the children also, gave them over to that falseness. That's why we got to watch what our children do today. Watch what we got our children around. Because everybody that's say a compliment really isn't our friend. That's the ones we really truly got to watch. Okay. Let's go to let's go Ezekiel 16. I think I covered that. Let's go over to 32. Now read, it says, but as a wife that committeth adultery, which taketh strangers instead of her husband. So taking strangers except for her husband. Everything belongs to the Most High from us. Keeping the commandments, our time, everything belongs to the Most High. If we putting anything before the Most High, then we giving the time, giving that the place where the Most High is supposed to be, we giving that to another. Because the Most High is supposed to be the top in the hierarchy. He's supposed to be the top. But if we place somebody else right there, no matter if it's our child, it's our friend, or if it's anyone outside the Most High, we're giving that top spot to, then there's an issue. That becomes your God. So we got to be careful on that. (33) They give gifts to all whores, but thou givest thy gifts to all thy lovers, and hirest them, that they may come unto thee on every side for all thy whoredom. So they mixing in with the heathen. Mix in with the heathen. Everything that you can't tell the difference between Israel at this point and the heathens, because they have completely swallowed up doctrines. They have completely merged together. Israel doing the same thing as the heathens are doing. The heathens are making sacrifice to their God, Israel right along doing the same thing. That's harlotry to the Most High. That's harlotry to the Most High. 35 says, wherefore, harlot, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord God, because thy filthiness was poured out, and thy nakedness discovered through thy whoredoms with thy lovers, and with all the idols of thy abominations, and by the blood of thy children, which thou didst give unto them. Behold, therefore I will gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure, and all of them that thou hast loved with all them that thou hast hated. I will even gather them round about against thee, and will discover thy nakedness unto them, that they may see all thy nakedness. So the Most High says, since y'all want to go out there and be a part of them, you know what? I'm going to expose you. I'm taking my hand off of you. And I'm going to give you over to your lovers. I'm going to give you over to the ones that you are spending more time with than me. I'm going to give you over to your enemies. So whether you know or not, they are your enemies. So since you didn't respect me, I'm going to give you over. Okay. Said, behold, therefore I will gather all. Okay, I read that one. I'm done with that one. And I will judge thee as a woman break wedlock, shed blood, and shed blood are judged, and will give thee blood in fury of jealousy. The Most High said, hey, I'm gonna treat you just like a wife that broke her wedlock, broke her covenant. Because once you went and served them other gods and started putting other things in front of me, you broke our wedlock. I can't take it no more. And shed blood are judged, and give thee blood in fury of jealousy. 39. And I will also give thee into their hand, and they shall throw down thine eminent places, and shall break down thy high places. They shall strip thee also of thy clothes, and shall take thy fair jewels, and leave thee naked and bare. And look what our people went through. In this country, a slave was stripped of any dignity, beat down by the system. We still beat down on the system. We really, compared to the rest of the nation, we really have nothing. All we have is the Most High. And Most High said, since y'all want to go and serve other gods, then I'm taking everything away from you, and I'm going to hand you over to the same ones. I'm going to show you how you going to be treated. I'm going to show you not to test me. It's just like a woman have a good husband, and it goes back to a woman has a good husband doing everything, but she ain't really feeling. She see him as not desirable to her. She's looking outside everywhere else, and then she find a man, and the next thing you know, they carry on with relationship, and she done left her husband and with that man because the man told her all sweet things in the ear, while that husband did nothing but love her. Next thing you know, that man is beating that woman down, beating her. But the first thing we do, we think back of that husband. She think back on that husband that she had. Say he never beat me like that. Just totally disrespected. That's what the Most High. That's what our enemies did to us. When we follow behind, the Most High gave us over, and what do? They beat us into submission. They put yoke of irons on around our neck to our mentality was destroyed. And today we still being treated bad. And that's from our sins. So we see how that compares. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah 3:20. Says, surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel. Or we see that. We know that if a man is doing, there's a lot of men out there that have been through this. You're doing everything you can. Then all of a sudden your wife pop up and leave you. Pop up and leave. You know the hurt that you feel inside, like betrayal. You hurt, like, whoa, what did I do? I loved her. And she's going out, you worried about them. Because that wife dealt treacherously with her husband. She couldn't talk it out, couldn't work it out. She just left without even an explanation. And that's how we did with the Most High. We went over following after everyone else, and we didn't even think to look back and consider the Most High. Consider how he would be feeling. We had no fear of the Most High. Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, the Most High looked at us as treacherous. That was traitorous. The Most High felt betrayed when we walked away. If anyone ever been betrayed, you know exactly how that feels. Surely as a wife treacherously departed from her husband, so have ye dealt treacherously with me, O house of Israel, saith the Lord. So we dealt treacherously with the Most High. So because we dealt treacherously, just like a husband do it treacherously, a wife does to a husband treacherously, or either a husband walking around out on a wife, that hurt, that pain. It's the same way. That's what the Most High felt. He felt hurt. Okay. Let's go to Hosea 2:2. Hosea 2:2. Okay. And it's going out to the children of Israel right here. 2:2, it says, plead with your mother, plead, for she is not my wife, neither am I her husband. Let her therefore put away her whoredoms out of her sight, and her adulteries from between her breasts. The Most High say, I'm done. I'm done. I'm at that point that you're not even my wife anymore. Said, lest I strip her naked and set her in the day that she was born, and make her as a wilderness, and set her like a dry land, and slay her with thirst. And I would not have mercy upon her children, for they be the children of whoredoms. So the Most High, just like a husband, sometimes when they're mad at the wife after she leave a wife, they be at the point where they're just done. They don't even want to answer phone calls. They don't want to have nothing to do with them because of that hurt. And that's how the Most High felt. That's how hurt he felt. To the point where he didn't want to have nothing to do with Israel. It says, for their mother have played the harlot. She have conceived them, have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, mine oil and my drink. Now let's go back through that real quick. Let's look at something. It says, for their mother have played the harlot. She that conceived them have done shamefully. For she said, I will go after my lovers that give me my bread and my water, my wool and my flax, mine oil and my drink. Now let's turn our attention to us. We look up to our oppressors. Many of us try to be like our oppressors. We try to win their love. We try to win their acceptance. We try to fight for them just to look on us as human. That's why when someone gets shot, we out there protesting. That's why sisters out there bleaching their skin. And brothers too. That's why many try so hard to be like the oppressors. They say, hey, it says they give me everything you want. To them, I have to go to them for everything. They have everything. They have everything. They give us what we need. In order for me to be rich, I have to do what they do. Says, I will go after my lovers that give me bread and my water and my wool and my flax, my oil and my drink, trying to be like the other nations. Trying to be like other people. Why? Just because they give us a little thing? Oh, they gave us this, so hey, we're drawn to them. We got to try to be like them. Therefore, behold, I will hedge up thy way with thorns and make a wall that she shall not find her paths. And she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. And she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then shall she say, I will go and return to my first husbands. So to the point, we was going to be running after our oppressors so much, trying to be a part of them, trying to be like them, trying to gain acceptance to them. Well, the point, they would never accept us. We will never gain their acceptance. And that is today. Look at all the centuries and years that we've been here, and we still haven't gained their acceptance yet. People don't have nothing to do with us unless we're shining. Unless we're important, unless we're good athletes. Unless we can run a football, dunk a ball, then they drawn to us. Yeah, yeah. But let that shine go away. They ain't gonna have nothing to do with it. They'll probably do a true Hollywood story on them. Says, and she shall follow after her lovers, but she shall not overtake them. And she shall seek them, but shall not find them. Then shall say, I will go and return to my first husband. Okay? I will go and return to my first husband, for then was it better with me than now. So, chasing after lovers, chasing after other nations. They won't let us be a part of them, part of their society. They beat us down. They beat us down to the point where we say, you know what? You know what? I got to repent for my sins. You know, I need to return unto the Most High. I need to return unto the Most High. I said in scriptures, I will return unto my place until you seek me. So in order for us to do that, to return unto the Most High, then we have to change. We have to clean ourselves up. Let's go to Jeremiah 31 and 32. And I read, let's read the 31st verse. After we have been beaten down, after we realize that we don't have to take this abuse no more. And that's what is happening today. Our brothers and sisters waking up. They're waking up into the truth daily, by the hour. They realizing that they're Israel, and they turning back to the law, statutes, commandments. And that's what we are doing. Not being able to follow behind our getting loved by from our oppressors or from other nations. We realize, hey, something ain't right here. Something ain't right. I gotta be different. And then we look for the answer or hear the right scripture and realize, hey, I'm Israel. That means I got to return back to the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. I got to return back to God. Just like that woman returning to their first husband, we're returning back into the Most High. Okay? Jeremiah 32 and okay, and 21. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let's go to Jeremiah 2 and 32. And I read, it says, can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Just like I forgot that verse. Can a maid forget her ornaments, or a bride her attire? Yet my people have forgotten me days without number. So that's us being apart from the Most High. Most High says, as a maid has her ornaments, or a bride her attire. Yet my people forgotten ornaments. So if someone get married, they've been married for a long time. You're not wearing your wedding dress no more. You don't wear it on a regular basis. That's something that you don't put away. And that's how the Most High says how we did. Said we have forgotten. It's been so long since that day that we were happy, that we were committed to going into this marriage and agreeing. That was a happy day. But now it's been days that you don't forgot about that. We try to seek after people who we think is something. Mostly we run after people that, as a people, we run after people who don't want us, don't love us. If someone don't love us, we try our best in order to impress them, in order to win their love. And that's when we go into 33rd verse. It says, why trimmest thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways. So we trim thy ways, not keeping the commandments of the Most High. We're trying our best to fit in. But why give up the things? Why? Okay. All right. I love someone. It could be a loved one. They having breakfast or whatever on the Sabbath, and you know you're not supposed to buy. They're trying to buy you breakfast on the Sabbath. You know you're not supposed to buy and sell on that day. But then you tell them, well, I don't want them to be mad at me. Let me go ahead and do it. God forgive me. That's trimming your ways, and we're not supposed to do that just to get people to love us. If someone can't love us for who we are, then that's not true love at all. Okay. Okay. Let's go to Jeremiah 31 and 32. Let's go to the 31st verse. It says, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. So that's the Most High. That's the wife has returned it back to the husband. Like we have woken up. We realize that we have sinned. We realize that we have not been doing the things that the Most High wants us to do. So we start back keeping the commandments. Start back learning about the Most High. Reading our Bible, studying, showing ourselves approved. So we're back to the Most High. He's taking us back. Then he starts a new covenant, a remarriage, having a second marriage, renewing our vows. Okay. It says, behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. 32, it says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break, although I was an husband unto them. So the Most High said, that goes back to marriage again. He said that their covenant that they break, my covenant that they break, even though I be a husband to them. So the Most High is back in the role of being a husband again. He said, yeah, she did. Israel did wrong. They wronged me. It hurt me. I cast them out of my sight. I won't have nothing to do with them no more. But now we're going to start things anew. I'm going to establish a new covenant with you. A new covenant with you because I love you. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts. From the first covenant, we looked down at our fringes. Look down at our fringes so that we remember. Oh, yeah, remember the laws of the Most High. Like, oh, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm a child of God. I can't do it. I can't do that. The Most High said, okay, I see that system. And you didn't look down at your fringes. But this is what I'm going to do right here to make sure that there's no misunderstanding. This is what we're going to do. It says, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it on their hearts and will be their God and they shall be my people. So Most High said, I'm going to write my laws on your hearts and your inward parts. It's going to be a part of us. We ain't going to have to look down at fringes. We're going to know right from wrong. We don't know how to operate in that situation because it's a part of us. It's our way of life. It's the blood that is pumping through our veins. You'll instantly know. When something is a part of you, you can feel it. And let's say it's something that you scared of heights. You scared of heights. And you climb up a ladder. And as you get to a certain point, you can feel a feeling in your body like, I don't know if I can do this right here. That's fear. But with the laws of the Most High being inside of us, we'll be in a situation where we'll get a feeling like, whoa, I can't do this. Because that law will pop in your head. You'll know, hey, that's wrong. I can't do that. It's just like when we go to a restaurant, the first thing we do is ask them, hey, does that contain pork? It's not that we look down at our French and said, you know what, I can't eat pork. No, we knew better. We know that we're not supposed to pork. That's something that we know. That's something that we know to do. That's something that's inside of us. And that's having the law, statutes, commandments written on our hearts. That we'll know better. We can just live. We can walk within the commandments, walk within the laws, be forever pleasing to the Most High. We don't have to look after carnal things. But sometimes we get so caught up in how we look or how we appear that we lose sight of what's really important. So we got to be really careful with that. Say, write it on their hearts and will be their God, and they shall be my people. So I said, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. It's because it's not going to be no more teaching like that. We don't have to, because everybody will know. Everyone will do righteously. Everyone will follow the commandments of the Most High. As it says, for they shall all know me. We won't have to go and tell nobody about the Most High. We'll have to share the truth, because the truth will be known. Why? Because it be written on their hearts, written on their minds, written on our hearts, written on our minds. It'll be a part of us. It'll be our mode of operations. Everyone has their way of doing things. But when the Most High write those on our hearts, that's going to be our blueprint that our body operates off of. It's going to be the laws of the Most High. Every man his brother, saying, know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, said the Lord. I will forgive their iniquity. Once we come to the Most High and we realize the sins that we have committed, and we ask him for forgiveness, the Most High say he'll forgive our iniquity. He's long suffering with us. He'll forgive us. I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more. So we're going to be a point where we're just doing the laws. We're not going to go to the left. We're not going to the right. We're going to stay on that straight path. And the Most High is going to be like, you know what? You straighten up now. You follow my commandments and you are doing good. You know, whatever you did in your past, that's your past. I forgave you of that. It's not going to come up no more. It's not going to come up no more, because the Most High is not like man. Man can look at you and you done did something 13 years ago, knowing you're not the same person. But they'll say, oh, well, you got in trouble back then at 14 years ago. And they'll bring it to this 4.4. It'll keep you from getting a job. But the Most High is not like that. The Most High said, I'll forgive you of your sins. So any of them sins you did before you came to serve me, came to keep my commandments and do what's right, I'm going to forgive those. I'm not going to even think of those no more. It's not going to come to any part of my mind. But what you do from this day forward is what is important. And once we come into this truth and we decide to follow the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, it's what we do that day forward that really matter. And that's why it's important for us to continue studying and showing ourselves approved so we can learn. Not feeling over here or feeling over there, or all the way over in somebody else's business, or over here worrying about this. If we stay centered, and stay learning about the Most High, growing in him, because we got a lot to make up for. We got a lot to learn. And we spend our time learning by the Most High and sharing his goodness to others. Letting them know, hey, to return unto the Most High. Then we're showing the love of God. So we're showing love towards our brothers, because we are letting them know what true love is. And the true love is keeping the commandments of God. Thus said the Lord, which giveth the sun for light by day, and the ordinances of the moon and of the stars for light by night, which divideth the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord is host is his name. So the Most High just put his signature on it. He let him know, hey, I said it. This is what I said I'm going to do. Now, what are you going to do? So the Most High is just waiting on us. We got to make that step. We gotta make this. We gotta say, hey, you know what? I'm not worried about this, and I'm not worried about that over here. All I'm worried about is keeping these laws. You can have that strife over there. You can have that arguments over there. You know what? I'm gonna stay neutral. I'm gonna stay right here in the Bible word. I'm gonna keep doing the commandments of the Most High. I'm gonna stay working towards peace. I'm gonna continue loving my brother. I'm going to continue praying for those that spitefully use me. I'm going to do the things necessary to please the Most High. And as for going outside the commandments, no, I don't want the Most High to be upset at me. I can't do that. I'm not going to break my vows. So you can have anything of the world. You can have anything that's not of the Most High. I don't want it. We got to get to that point right there. The Lord of hosts is name. If those ordinances depart from before me, said the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Okay, that's important right there. Let me read that one more time. If those ordinances depart from before me, saith the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. Okay, now that goes back to the heathen out in the world, or people saying, okay, Israel sinned, God cast them away. He has a new people. All people able to get it. That shuts the door on that right there. Because one, let's look at the ordinances again. It says, thus said the Lord, which giveth the sun for light by day. Now let's look at sun. The sun giving light by day? Still is, isn't it? And the ordinances of the moon and the stars for light by night. We still see the moon at night. And we still see the stars. They're still there, still shining. Which divided the sea when the waves thereof roar. The Lord of hosts is the name. If those ordinances depart from before me, said the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease. So we see that those ordinances, the sun still shine, the moon and the stars still come out at night. So if those things are still going on, that means that Israel is still before the Most High as a nation. Okay. Still, we'll never cast away the Most High. We're still before him as a nation. So no matter what people say, no matter who got something to say, you can tell them, hey, the Most High said this. I didn't say this, but the Most High said this. And you want to know what he said? It's what he said. If those ordinances depart from before me, said the Lord, then the seed of Israel also shall cease from being a nation before me forever. So those things are still there. So guess what? We're still the nation of Israel to this day. So all we got to do is return unto the Most High. 37, it says, thus said the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, and the foundations of the earth, you know, the Most High wanted to just to prove his point even more, just in case, you know, sometimes people just can't understand what the first thing you said. So sometimes you got to say it again, but in a different way so they can understand. So let's see what the Most High did at 37. Thus said the Lord, if heaven above can be measured, can we measure the heaven above? It can't be measured. According to the heathen, NASA says the universe goes on and on and on forever. So I mean, it can't be measured. And the foundations of the earth searched out beneath. Has anybody found the foundations of the earth? I will also cast off the seed of Israel for all that they have done, saith the Lord. So those things can't be measured. So the Most High has not cast us off. Okay. Right. Let's see what else I got. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah 2. Let's go back to Jeremiah. Let's go to Jeremiah 2 and 2. Says, go and cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, thus said the Lord, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thy espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown. Okay, let's go to first. It says, moreover, the first verse. It says, moreover, the word of the Lord came to me, saying, go cry in the ears of Jerusalem, saying, thus said the Lord, I remember thee, the kindness of thy youth, the love of thine espousals, when thou wentest after me in the wilderness, in a land that was not sown. 3. Israel was holiness unto the Lord, and the first fruits of his increase. All that devour him shall offend. Evil shall come upon them, said the Lord. The Lord said, Israel was holiness to me. Anyone that devours and try to offend them, evil shall come upon them. They shall be destroyed. They shall be beat. That's just like a husband. Let someone run up on their wife. Let someone go in or go in, a husband, wife call and say someone has done something to him. That husband is going to be 38 hot. You're going to do everything. They want to go over there and handle that person. They want to go beat them down. Why? Because they harmed their wife. And the same thing with the Most High, with us. If anybody step to us the wrong way, the Most High is ready to handle them. Why? Because he's disrespecting his wife, disrespecting his holiness, disrespecting his firstborn. It says, hear ye the word of the Lord, O house of Jacob, and all the families of the house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, what iniquity have your fathers found in me, that they are gone from me, and have walked after vanity, and are become vain. And it's just like, as we used earlier, as a wife leaving a husband or a husband leaving a wife, that spouse want to talk to the other spouse and ask them, what did I do wrong? What did I do to you? Deserve to be treated this way, to be hurt this way? Neither said they, where is the Lord that brought us out of the land of Egypt, that led us through the wilderness, through a land of desert and of pits, through a land of drought and of shadow of death, through a land no man passed through and where no man dwelled. And I brought you into a plentiful country to eat the fruit thereof and the goodness thereof. But when you entered, you defiled my land and made mine heritage an abomination. Moses said, I brought you into plenty, but yet you turned your back on me. The priest said not, where is the Lord? And they handled the law, knew me not. So we see there, it's in 8 it says, they that handled the law knew me not. So the priests were actually having the people handling the law, or giving out the law, teaching the law, but yet they knew the Most High not. They knew him not. So that means that they were not real. Yes, they was teaching people. Yes, they was being shown honor because they're priests. But they was not following the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. Said, where's the Lord? And they have handled the law, knew me not. The pastors also transgressed against me, and the prophets prophesied by Baal, and walked after things that do not profit. But yet, they went after other things, and walked after things that do not profit. Things that would even be healthy for the body. Things that didn't even matter outside of the law, statute, commandments. Things that were in vain. Wherefore will I yet plead with you, said the Lord, and with your children will I plead. Most I say, I plead with you. I plead with your children. And us waking up into this truth, that's the Most High pleading with us. Hey, return unto me. Return unto me. Come back home. And those of us who have woken up into this truth, we have heard the call of the Most High, and we are returning unto his law, statute, commandment. That's why we're here. Because the Most High called us. He pleaded with us. Okay. Let's go to 11th verse. It says, have a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which do not profit. And that's us running after other things that just don't make no sense. Like the things of the world that really, it really just don't make no sense. You know, like the reality shows is out there, you know, just fighting and just doing things, dressing any kind of way, harlotries, is doing things that really don't profit. It's not good. That won't allow us to gain. Chase after Christianity, Islam, other gods. Be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and be horribly afraid. Be ye very desolate, for my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns that can hold no water. So we forsake the Most High. We forsake this covenant. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled? The young lions roared upon him and yelled, and they made his land waste. His cities are burnt without inhabitant. All the children of Noth and Taphanes have broken the crown of thy head. Hast thou now procured this unto thyself, and that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy God when he led thee by the way? So the Most High said, your enemies are knocking you down. Your enemies are hurting you, but you brought it all upon yourself because you forsake my covenant. You left me.